Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay and welcome to the Shiplife. So in breaking news, Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas had to return to its home port of Port Everglades just hours after their sail away due to a medical emergency on board. I will give you the details that are available so far, as well as pictures and videos from the event. Also, one of my inaugural sailings this year has officially been canceled, and it looks like I won't be able to go on the inaugural sailing at all, even though it's being rescheduled. There's this and so much more for today's video, so let's go. So we are going to go ahead and get straight into the main topic for today's video, as unfortunately we had a medical evacuation take place yesterday on April 9th during the evening hours on board Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas. Now, as most of you know, I literally just disembarked that ship yesterday morning, and well, now the following cruise there was an unfortunate incident that took place. Now, I want to be very clear, guys, there is not a lot of information known about the particular situation that happened last night. All I know is that the ship originally, after my cruise, the following cruise, it left on time from Port Everglades around 5 p.m. Now, around 9 o'clock, the captain turned the ship around and they headed back over to Fort Lauderdale or Port Everglades. You know, to be honest with you, I get very confused when I say the two. But anyway, guys, so just looking at this entire situation, the ship got back over to Port Everglades at approximately 9:30 p.m. and they medically evacuated a passenger off. Now, as you can see in the video, you can see the ship approaching over there. Everybody, as far as the passengers on board, look extremely curious and, of course, worried as to what exactly happened. There is a medical team over there, an ambulance over there. And when they get back over to port, you can see there are officers from on board the ship, as well as some medical team, medical staff members, and an ambulance over there, like I said. But you can also see some of the other passengers that are potentially family or friends of the passenger that was disembarked from the ship for the medical emergency. Now, all I know is that the passenger was a woman. They appeared to be moving after they got off of the ship, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. But just understand, guys, that stuff like this does happen. We live in the real world, and no matter how amazing a vacation might be or how excited we are, unfortunately, reality does not stop for anybody. Now, of course, the ship did end up leaving about an hour or so after the incident, around 10:30 p.m. and they did arrive over at their first port of call, the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's private island. They got there this morning on time, so everything is at this point going as scheduled, and hopefully there's no more incidences. Now, anyway, guys, like I said, that's all I know so far. If there are any updates at all, I'll be sure to let all of you know. Side note here, of course, I do want to let all of you know that I have tons of videos still coming out from Odyssey of the Seas. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi was not that good, and I can only edit so fast. So I have another video on Odyssey of the Seas, another vlog coming out tonight. It will contain things like scuba diving, another restaurant, and a bunch of stuff that you probably should watch, and I'm assuming that you may want to see. If not, it's totally fine if you don't watch it. It only hurt my feelings. But moving on, we gotta talk about my cruise getting canceled officially. So we have Margaritaville at Sea. So it will formally be known at some point as Bahamas Paradise. Now, I will be on the last sailing ever for Bahamas Paradise in about 6 days. The 16th of this month, I will be on what is supposed to be, anyway, the last sailing in the history of Bahamas Paradise. Now, I was on that ship last year. I am going to go scope out the area. But when it comes to Margaritaville at Sea, I got to be honest with you, I'm very surprised that what a lot of people, myself included, would consider a very last-minute cancellation. The inaugural sailing for what will be Margaritaville at Sea was set for April 30th. I had a preview on the 29th. First, I heard that got canceled, and then I started hearing through the grapevine yesterday because, well, honestly, I didn't receive any type of information, email. I know some people did, regarding the cancellation. Now, Margaritaville is saying that the reason for this cancellation is due to supply chain issues. So it could be something with the refurbishments of the room. Maybe they won't have the stuff in time to paint the rooms. Maybe it could be some decorative pieces. Who knows at this point? It's kind of hard to point out because obviously, you know, when these things happen, the cruise lines or anybody associated with them are really not very active as far as letting the general public know immediately what's going on as far as being transparent. Nothing wrong with it. It's just part of the entire situation. I know there was a lot of hype around Margaritaville at Sea for a lot of people. Personally, I'm not a parrot head. However, after going to the resort, I got invited over there while I was there for a cruise conference over in Fort Lauderdale called Cruise 360, and I was surprised. Margaritaville's resort over in that area is not bad. Now, the ship was said to be sold out, so I can imagine the cancellations. Personally, that's something that is one of my biggest fears, and now we got to deal with the rescheduling and future cruise credit and everything else that people honestly don't want to deal with. At least I know I don't, regardless of what we're getting. Now, as far as the cancellation goes, I did check out the Margaritaville At Sea's official website, and it says on there that the next sailing is the 14th of May. And here's my conundrum with this. My sailing in May is Ovation of the Seas. I'm taking my mom over to Alaska, and I'm really excited for it. So it looks like at this point, unless something changes, I will unfortunately be missing out on now the inaugural sailing due to this round of cancellations on Margaritaville At Sea, which sucks. Now, one thing that I was curious about from the very beginning, just looking at the actual sailing date, the inaugural sailing for Margaritaville At Sea, and then finding out while I was at the resort just a couple weeks ago that Bahamas Paradise was still sailing, because I had no idea. Personally, I thought that I was on the second to last cruise ever last year when I went on Bahamas Paradise. However, they were doing a dry dock, and then they continued sailing on, and they were set to sail from up until that point last year until later this month, or 6 days from now rather. They have 2-day cruise, and it'll be from the 16th through the 18th, which I'll be on, and then after that I'll be on Freedom of the Seas, and then, well, I got to figure out. I think I might jump on Symphony or some other ship maybe at the end of the month, I guess, and to replace this sailing that now I'm going to be missing. Either way, guys, I also want to point out that just looking at the entire situation, I was surprised, like I said, just looking at from the 16th through the 18th, and then flip around like 2 weeks later after that, and then re-announce and reintroduce the refurbished ship as Margaritaville At Sea. I was wondering from the very beginning, how in the heck was that going to happen? I get it, yes, there is the manpower and the money, you know, Margaritaville, they have a little bit of cash laying around, just a tiny bit, and I'm sure they can hire the right people to get something done in 2 weeks. But for me, just looking at the basics from a, a layman's perspective, trying to paint an entire ship, refurbish every single room, change the bars around, and pretty much redo the aesthetics of the entire ship, to me, seemed like an impossible feat to do in 2 weeks. Now, I get things can be done fairly fast, but maybe it's just me. Do you think that in any circumstance whatsoever that Margaritaville At Sea could have been ready after the last Bahamas Paradise cruise on the 18th? So from the 18th through the 30th, I find that very odd. I didn't see that coming from the very beginning. I was hoping it was. I was, like I said, excited for Margaritaville At Sea, but it looks like it ain't gonna happen. So I'll be keeping you guys updated, and I guess see what I'm going to do. It looks like at this point, if the ship actually does sail on the 14th of May, I will not be on it. So, hey, it is what it is, I guess. Now, of course, I do have more videos coming out today. I got to catch up on a lot of cruise news. There's more NCL escape news coming up. There's bookings that are skyrocketing right now for both Carnival and Royal Caribbean. So much going on. Oh yeah, and if you guys look directly behind me, I do have to address the elephant in the room, or the cruise ship in the room, or, well, I should say the YouTube award in the room, unless it's empty. So this right here, guys, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this package right here. I'm sure most of you know what it is. I believe it's supposed to be like an award of some kind for hitting 100,000 subscribers. Let me know what you guys want me to do. I think tomorrow I'm either going to do a live stream, or maybe I'm going to put like a special video together for all of you in case you want to watch it. Or, guys, if you don't care, and, it's not going to bother me at all. I just know this award is for all of you, not just me. It's for the entire Shiplife community. Let me know in the comment section below what you want me to do. You just want me to unwrap it and sit it here? Or do you want me to show the unboxing of the YouTube 100,000 subscribers, which you would call a silver play button? Anyway, guys, I got more videos coming out, so stay tuned. Of course, on your way out, hit that like button. Check out our travel agent partners, Touring Plans. They will set you up nicely and give you the best deal possible. Link in the description box below. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you, and I'll see you later on today. Take it easy.